Hey everybody, this is just a quick little overview of the directions for today since I forgot to do that yesterday in class. So obviously everything is going to be in Google Classroom for you today. You're going to get both your notes and work on your assignment here in Google Classroom. The first thing you're going to do, of course, is get the notes, which you're going to go to this YouTube video. They're all recorded. So this is going to be just like on the days where we have been virtual. You do need to watch the entire video. Yes, it is lengthy, but this is what we would have gone over in class today had I been there. You're going to need to pause the video as you go through and take good notes on it. And I will expect that you have done that and that you're good to go on that information when I'm back on Thursday in class. Then your assignment for today, you're going to be looking at, there's a lot of information in this chapter that you do need to be familiar with. You do need to have some background in it, but we're not going to be talking about it in our notes. This is just where I had to do a lot of trimming. So there's some stuff that I want you to have exposure to, but we're not going to spend as much time on it. So that's mostly what you're doing today with this stuff on American culture. So what you've got here this is the packet that you're actually going to be completing. Now, you'll notice that the links in here, this is actually a Google slide, so these links are not active. It's essentially just a picture of it. So that's why you have the link, this document right here, which actually has the active links that you're going to use to complete this. So the first thing is you're going to be reading about and looking about a literary renaissance in the United States in the mid-19th century, some of the first really famous American writers, the first true genres of truly American literature, first originally, American styles and things like that. And so you're going to read about all of that, answering these questions. Obviously, you've got text boxes here that you're going to fill in. You are going to use the links here to get all that information. So that's how you'll do that first part. The second part right here, this part 2, says to read Emerson's Self-Reliance. That is going to be right here in this PDF. You've got Self-Reliance, or the excerpts from Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson, that you're going to read through on these first 2 pages, and you'll use that to answer those questions. The next part has you looking at Henry David Thoreau, which is another one of these famous writers, and this it's just kind of presents it in sort of a kitschy, kind of cute way, as if you were texting him. So like using modern technology to sort of get into Thoreau's head. So you're going to use, again, that same PDF packet that I just pulled up with excerpts from Thoreau's Walden, which is one of his most famous works. Read through that, as well as some of the other stuff you've already read about Henry David Thoreau, to type in what his responses would be to these text messages. The final part has you looking at some 19th century art. And so that also, using this document right here, this is where you will click on these links and it will take you to these particular paintings by these particular artists, and you will view and analyze those paintings, answering the questions that you see right there. So that's how you're going to put all that together, and then you will submit this. Now, as far as when this is due, this will probably take you the whole class period when you consider the notes that you need to get as well. It is quite likely that some of you may be totally finished with this, but you might not be. So the deal is you need to work the entire period minus lunch. I do not expect you to work during lunch. You may take a complete total break during lunch. But wherever you are at the end of class, stop there and then bring it back on Thursday. So I will not expect it to be turned in at the end of class necessarily. I will not expect it to be done by the time you come in Thursday, but I do expect to see some of it done. I will be going in and taking a look, and if you've only answered one question or no questions, well, that's problematic, but we'll go from there. So I just do expect you to get to work. This is a good bit. It is pretty lengthy, and I don't expect it to be completely done, but like I said, I do expect to see a good solid effort, and I do want to make sure that you do get all of those notes that are necessary. So I will see you guys on Thursday, and good luck with everything. Let me know if you have any questions.